Good morning. It is Tuesday, a dark Tuesday at that, September the 14th, and you're with Heidi and Colette, and I keep saying because I can't believe how difficult it was to get out of bed this morning.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, dark, the pitter-patter of the rain on the roof, makes it a nice time to stay in bed.
I could see through the blinds. I'm like, yeah, I've got another half an hour. I can tell by the way the sky looks, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I looked at my clock. I'm like, I do not have half an hour. I should have been up half an hour ago. But I didn't sleep in, but I just...
Well, there doesn't seem to have been much of a transition between summer and the impending fall. Having said that, there isn't ever really a lot of transition. I wouldn't say we seem to go from winter to spring like that, from spring to summer like that.
I don't like it.
But I enjoyed the 2 weeks of summer that we had, so...
Oh, we had more than that.
All right.
Actually, who knows best? Craig Huckerby, what's going on? Please tell me it's not going to be dark like this for long. Do we have our clocks to go back? Are we waiting for New York City to do this? Apparently, that's what we were. What's going on, Craig?
One thing about it is so dark right now because it's cloudy and we have a system moving in, but it also gets so dark now at night. Have you noticed that? Around 8 o'clock, it's kind of getting dark. The seasons are changing, but today we have a late season summer storm heading our way. Actually, it's here. We're starting to see the winds pick up. We're also seeing some drizzle. We have a thunderstorm also on our doorsteps that's approaching. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll show you that. So here we go. So most of it, mind you, is dissipating as it pushes through. This is a forecast for a future radar. So around 10 o'clock, we can expect to see some or hear some thunder, maybe some lightning. We are definitely going to see some rain and some heavy amounts of rain as well. And we also have some winds to talk about. So let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast for today. We're going to see those winds. Well, the winds are picking up now from the east. They're going to swing around to the southwest, and that's really going to give us a surge of humid, warm air, making our temperatures around 20 degrees, also feeling like 25 to 27 sometime this afternoon. But we do have about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain coming for our day today, and so does the rest of the area. Even Wawa seeing some heavy rains right now, and some thunderstorms pushing into around the Chapleau area around noon hour today. So it's going to be a kind of a blustery day. Winds are going to be picking up to about 70 kilometers an hour this afternoon from the southwest, and then swinging to the northwest, but we will get into details on that on the 3-day forecast coming up right now. Let's send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craig. And yes, I've noticed it's getting darker early. Although the only thing that brings about that is Halloween. And I love Halloween. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that. Unfortunately, when we brought a story to you yesterday at our 5 o'clock news, we led with APH had sent home a letter with regards to a bus from Garden River shipping children to two schools, St. Mary's French Immersion Catholic School, as well as Eastview Public School, specifically Boisneau bus number 4. Full details of the potential high-risk contact exposure, as well as the recommended actions to take, are included in the letter in which they sent home. Basically, when I read the letter, it said anyone who is not fully immunized, self-isolate. If you feel symptoms, get checked. Now,
interesting.
Right.
There's a couple of things that I noticed about that. Now, Algoma Public Health didn't issue that as a public notice. It was sent specifically to the parents because that came to us, correct? From a parent.
It came to us from a parent into our newsroom email. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then secondly, they are saying that if you're immunized, basically, don't worry about it. But when we report the numbers, they're saying that some people who are fully vaccinated are still getting it.
Yeah, there's about 160 or odd throughout the province who are fully immunized who are, have COVID-19.
So what I'm hearing then is vigilance is always a strong choice.
Yeah, so what they're saying is if your child is fully vaccinated after their second dose, so they need to be the child is not required to self-isolate.
Okay.
Testing is recommended. They are saying to have your children tested by September 17th, which would be a week Friday, I do believe. A week this Friday. Sorry. This Friday, September 17th.
That's
get
right.
your children tested. The child should carefully monitor for symptoms until September 20th.
Right.
But, I don't know, up to you, parents. So, that is the news out of Garden River right now. So we'll be following that closely.
Yeah. A couple of announcements today. So at 11:30, the Ministry of Health is going to hold a technical media briefing. It is expected they're providing an update on, what's happening in terms of proof of COVID-19 vaccination certificates as well as Ontario's vaccination rollout. After that, we are also looking at an announcement from the Deputy Premier and the Minister of Health to speak further. They're not giving any details what they're talking about
I'll
at
call
1
it.
o'clock.
I'm getting
Only
into that.
11:30.
I'm looking into that.
I'll get you some information, we'll give you some information about 11:30, but 1 o'clock, it's going to be a surprise.
No way I'm calling them right away.
She's got
no
the
way.
people. She can call.
I will.
She will
I will
call.
call.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
send you a chocolate bar if you
That's
tell me.
right.
Yesterday, I'm sorry I brought my wrong earpiece today. So if you see me doing this, I'm not talking to the FBI agents. I'm not talking to God in my ear mic either. Firefighters responded to a dinner hour blaze last night. Thank you, Dan Gray, for this. Shortly after 6 p.m., Sault Fire Services received a call for a fire in the downtown portion of the city. Upon arrival at the 0 to 100 block of Herrick Street, Fire Services encountered heavy smoke coming from this side of the building. We soon first learned that it broke out in the kitchen area of the home. According to witnesses, no one was seriously injured in the blaze, which is a blessing.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Look at the firefighters doing their job. Just very busy.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, if they're fighting fire, we want them to be busy fighting the fire. So, good news. We did bring you information with regards to a teen that was reported missing by his mother, Beverly Webb. He did go missing last week, early in the morning. As of yesterday at 11:15, Ace, the youth in question, there's a picture of him, was returned home by Garden River Police, and this is coming to us from his mother. So thank you, Beverly, for keeping us up to date, and we're very happy to report that and to know that Ace is home safe and
Oh,
sound.
that's a very cool name.
Yes.
Ace.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to hear that Ace is perfectly well and
That's right.
at home. Okay, and what is the latest chapter of stolen items going on around the city and recovered in this area? The latest one now involves a large pickup truck. According to a Facebook post made on September the 10th, the truck in question was taken from Highway 93 just outside of Barrie.
Okay.
That's the truck right there. The pictures from this post match the vehicle recently found in the local Howard Johnson parking lot by a Good Samaritan.
Oh, wow.
September 13th was yesterday, and that's when they found it.
Okay.
The individual contacted Sault Police, who arrived about an hour later to investigate. According to the finder, he contacted the apparent owner, who was ecstatic that his vehicle was found.
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah.
There appeared to be no external damage to the truck. And when police arrived, but you know what? Way to go, Good Samaritan. Congratulations on being just a damn good person. We need more of you in the city, in the world.
So if the vehicle was taken from outside of Barrie and it was recognized by a Good Samaritan,
Yeah. What?
good for the Good Samaritan to have their finger on the pulse of
Very
crime
much so.
throughout the province.
Very much so. And we have our finger on the pulse, and we'll be right back to give you all the news and all the updates that has happened since you last saw us yesterday. We'll be right back.
On TV News, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
On TV News, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. AG Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. AG Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today.
I'm Sonny Spina, your Conservative candidate for Sault Ste. Marie, and I believe that Canada's best days are ahead of us. You know, the global pandemic has shattered the notion that you must live where you work, and people in Sault Ste. Marie now have access to employment from all across the globe. Canada's recovery plan is all about getting our economy booming again and bringing the rising cost of living under control. We will support small businesses and make historic investments in public health care to help our neighbors who are struggling with mental health and addictions. On September 20th, I'm asking for your support so that together we can secure our future.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco. Yeah, so you're here. It is, a rainy, dark day, but the sun is bright at On TV. You have Colette, you have Heidi. Sure. I have some level of caffeine available to me, so right away you got to be stoked. Yeah, well, I left my Heidi mug here, so I went to grab it this morning and fill it, and I didn't have it. But fortunately, my good friend Kim did lend this to me as we went to see
There wasn't coffee
the lights
in it.
in Christmas.
There was not coffee in that thing when you went light viewing.
Yeah, well, I wasn't driving, so what was in the mug is irrelevant.
Totally.
And anyway, in this morning, I was like, oh, good. I am such a terrible friend that I have yet to return this insulated mug. And it's going to serve me well today, Kim. So as you pack, you may be grateful that we are friends because now you have one less thing to pack.
Absolutely. Oh, she brought her traveler mug, kids.
All right. Well, speaking of packing, Sault Fire Service is now packing one more female. What? Nice. And this is only the second time in the history of the Sault Fire Services that they are welcoming a female firefighter to the department. Sure. So the fire services did release this information in a post on Facebook because, if it happens on Facebook, then it's official.
Oh, it has to be true.
Yeah.
It has to be true.
Definitely. So anyway, Facebook post. Danielle Buckner is the newest recruit. There she is.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Danielle Buckner. She brings with her several years of volunteer fire service experience as well as time fighting fires with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry.
Nice.
Correspondingly, she will undergo an extensive training program as well. So in addition to the experience she has, again, extensive training program with fire services before she'll be officially assigned to a fire station at some point in the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, the team here, as well as your teammates with the Sault Fire Services, do wish you a safe career in serving the citizens of Sault Ste. Marie.
Power to the women. I had to.
Well, sure.
Why not? The Liberals are gaining speed in their last week of campaigning. I've got some numbers out for you. Craig Huckerby puts these out every Monday. Thank you, Craig. You do a wonderful job at that.
Yes.
So like I said, final week. A little bit of bumps in the road. I think a lot came from our debate.
Yes.
I think that from what I heard, a lot of people were impressed with Casper and his lay low approach, less politician type, you know what I mean? Real. He came across very real.
Yeah, he presents
from
as
the
like
comments
every man,
that I was reading. These are not these are comments that were sent back as, how can we do better? And we do we like feedback. How do you measure success unless you're willing to take some constructive criticism? Yep. And we did receive that, so thank you very much for that. All great stuff. But are you all right over there?
I am.
Okay.
My arms were too high. It was uncomfortable. Now they may be a little bit too low.
Okay, fix it. Okay.
There we go. That's perfect.
And she's got her traveler too. So
Travel mug. My arms are at the optimal level to sit
can
here.
someone get our
convert.
newspaper, a cigarette, and a whiskey? So 338canada.com reports a full 2-point lead for Liberal leader Terry Sheehan. As of Sunday, September the 12th, 34%, followed by the Conservative Sonny Spina, falling to 32%. Spina has seen the biggest drop after taking the lead for the majority of the campaign locally. Local PPC candidate Kasker Makowski has seen the biggest increase. Talked about this a little bit yesterday on the newscast, rising to 8.6%. And again, from the feedback we've received, a lot of people were really impressed with Casper's calm demeanor and hands-off approach. He needs the working. I believe he owns his company, and so he did very well. Marie Morin-Strom continues to be in third place, following from second when the campaign was kicked off. Sault Ste. Marie has seen NDP in the stronghold in the past. Now, NDP, I do believe, are understanding that we got a hands-off because it's probably the Liberals or the PCs who are going to be successful. So they're throwing their weight behind the Liberals.
Okay.
So that's at the federal level, not talking about locally. So
No.
that is where we're at. And advanced polling was done yesterday. If you had the opportunity to do that, good for you. There is an article coming up about refusing to wear a mask, question mark, then don't come to vote in some provinces. So we'll touch on that. And I know that producer Mike and I had this conversation yesterday, I do believe, Mike. And there are other ways to vote. You can mail in, which is going to delay the actual
I was just going to say.
results process. Yeah, because nothing can go wrong with mail-in votes.
Okay. Yes. Well, and on the heels of that and discussions of me and the contents or not of my travel mug in December as I was a passenger in a car, I will talk to you about two individuals who made different choices.
Oh, right.
That's right. Yes. So, September 10th, this would be Friday, officers with patrol services did charge 55-year-old Rosario Carello with impaired driving, alcohol, and or drug. So this occurred around 6:21 p.m. Officers attended the 1200 block of People's Road. After receiving reports of a single vehicle collision, upon arrival, officers observed a vehicle in the ditch and a man later identified as the accused standing in the area. Upon speaking with the accused, officers developed grounds to believe that his ability to operate his motor vehicle, or indeed any motor vehicle, was impaired by alcohol. He was read the approved screening device to man and provided a sample registering a fail result. So as a result of this, he was arrested. He later provided two breath samples into an approved device and registered two failed results. Can I just do it again?
Yeah. One more time. I do believe, I think they have to do it on site and then at the station. I think.
Yikes. Well, can imagine if you just knocked a couple back and then you get to the station and then it's had time to kind of work its magic. Uh-oh. So anyway, he is charged with impaired driving, alcohol and or drugs, and impaired driving, blood alcohol concentration 80 plus, released on an appearance notice, and is scheduled to appear in court on November 1st. Next.
Got another one.
Saturday,
one more.
Patrol Services charged 39-year-old Danielle Caruso with impaired driving, alcohol and or drugs. Taking place in and around 8:25 p.m. Officers reported two reports of a possible impaired driver in the area of St. George's Avenue. Officers did locate a vehicle matching the description of the report parked and running in a parking lot on the 300 block of St. George's Avenue.
That's near my son's school.
Yeah. Yep.
In fact, I think it is my son's
I think so.
school.
We just kind of, this is a nice parking lot. I'm going to just pull over here. Sure.
Because there's that nice big cross that you can see in any parts of that St. Basil. There it is.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So upon approaching the vehicle, officers observed the accused asleep behind the wheel of the running vehicle. Officers were able to wake him up and, upon speaking with him, developed grounds to believe that his ability to operate a motor vehicle was impaired by alcohol. He was arrested and later provided breath samples into an approved device registering failed results. Charged with impaired driving, released on an appearance notice, scheduled to appear in court on November 1st. So if the car is just parked and running, is that in and of itself a violation?
Yes, it is. Your keys. You cannot be in a vehicle. Your keys cannot be in a vehicle. At one time, I know you could have your keys in the trunk. But I think I don't even chuck them a few meters away.
I guess because it's like a public or private property. But I'm just saying, like, until they approached him, car is parked. Until they approach him, they would have no. So I guess.
Well, I think what time was the act in which they're
8:25
at night?
Yes.
In a school parking lot.
Yes.
With lights on.
Saturday was a Saturday, so.
Held suspicious.
Yeah, I guess.
I saw a movie the other day. Says suspicious. He couldn't say it. And he goes, "You're making me think." So, anyways, that's what they made the police think. So, okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Terry Fox run. Mm-hmm. We are going to talk about the city spending over $230,000, even though the plaza has not yet been approved. And hey, we had a city council last night. We'll be right back.
On TV News, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. On TV News, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
On TV News, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning on today, Tuesday, September the 14th. You are here with Heidi and Colette. Colette and Heidi. Evermore shall the two remain associated, those names. So talk to me a little bit more about those masks and the voting.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get to my puppy.
Let's get into some contention immediately.
We hate contention. Some voters who arrived at their polling stations without a mask or who refused to wear a mask were turned away by Elections Canada, and they were continued to do that as warned by Elections Canada.
Okay.
In a statement, a spokesperson for EC said anyone who refuses to wear a mask will be denied entry to the polling station in the provinces and territories with an active indoor mask mandate. Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland and Labrador, Yukon and Nunavut do not currently require residents to wear masks indoors.
Okay.
All of the provinces do, which, we're focusing on Ontario, so we can just bring that back down locally. In these provinces, mandatory masks will be enforced at polling stations where the landlord leasing the space to Elections Canada requires mask wearing.
All right.
That's an interesting.
It's not us, it's him.
Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger.
Hey, you talk to the landlord. You got a problem? Yeah, take it up with them.
I'm not too sure I believe that. In these provinces and other provinces, those who refuse to wear a mask are encouraged to apply for the mail-in ballot, which is what we were talking about. And I do feel like a lot more people. Forget the damn earpiece. I do feel like a lot more people are going to be mailing in their ballot this year out of perhaps fear. Perhaps they don't want to wear a mask. Perhaps they just don't want to go.
Maybe they just want to support Canada Post.
Maybe they want to support Canada Post.
There you go.
This is what makes us a good duo.
Well, there's always an angle, right? Everybody's got an agenda.
Well, what kind of a good agenda? Okay, so voters who cannot wear a mask for medical reasons are also encouraged to vote by mail. Okay, but will be turned away from a polling station and will not be required to show proof of medical exemption, with the exception of Alberta schools. where school boards require proof of an exemption. EC added that all election workers, candidates, and candidate representatives will be required. Well, absolutely, because then that would look poor on the candidate, him or herself. Workers will be regularly wiping down polling stations. So Elections Canada warns that there may be minor wait times to vote to Lysol. Oh, like when you go to Noche Frele. Noche Frele, no frills.
Oh, I'm like, that's almost as good as Vivi Boutique. Like,
No, we had
Noche Frele. I like that. No frills.
No, I have.
For those, I didn't know what she was talking about. She just slipped into another dimension for a minute.
I have a family member who's older Italian. He says, you know, Noche Frele, or the food basil. We're going to the food basil, or the Home Depot.
I had a friend in Southern Ontario in my time when I lived there, and her grandparents you remember Price Chopper?
Yes.
This Chop Pricer. I go to the Chop Pricer. Okay, yeah, you do that. All right. Okay. So we're going to talk, because it is that time of year when the annual Terry Fox Run does happen.
It is.
Very important that these good people continue the legacy. Good for everybody. So you are invited then to join Canadians across the country in fundraising for cancer research in the annual Terry Fox Run, which is currently scheduled for Sunday, September the 19th. It will once again be virtual this year, so millions of Canadians determined to honor Terry Fox's legacy will offer up their support and participate in virtual runs across the country. Now, in honor of Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope, this is an annual event that does bring Canadian communities across the country, again, to celebrate the legacy that remains of this heroic and brilliant person, raising critical funds for cancer research. So you can learn more about participating in this event, or just about the Terry Fox Foundation, by going to terryfox, all one word, lowercase, .org/run. Bringing it down to the local level, do you know that for the past 40 years, participants have gathered together in support of the Terry Fox Run and have raised $677,000. We're probably at about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
$677,325.09.
Wow.
So everybody, of course, is invited to join and participate in the annual run, doing it your way, because again, it is virtual. So this is, of course, posted to our website.
Yeah.
All of the relevant hyperlinks have been included, because I'm on my game these days. I actually started taking my vitamins again last night, because I got to tell you, you know that sound that it makes when you're trying to turn it? Well, now I have a button to push. I don't know what happens when your battery gets low and you're pushing a button on a car. Stay tuned. I'll bring you that update as well. But you know that sound is like wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Wah.
That's how
I feel these days in the morning.
Like
so,
when you're starting a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, or an outboard motor. All of those good analogies are relevant, and they apply. Started taking my vitamins again last night. I got my omega-3, 6, 9s. I got my
omega, brain food, baby.
Yeah, my high dose time release vitamin C and a multi. Yes.
Look at
so give me about a week, and I'll be able to see through walls again. So yeah. Sorry, Mike. Can you give that to me again?
30 seconds. But so when we come back from a commercial, I really want to plow into this. Yeah, I said plow because City wanted to spend this 230 Gs, and it hasn't even been approved.
Okay.
Again, council did meet last night. Dan was on the scene. We do offer we do show the city council here. So I enjoy watching council. I also watch question period at the provincial level too. I don't care. I'm a geek, and I admit it. And this geek and this hottie will be right back after the commercial break.
On TV News, supported by James Seton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Well, welcome back. You are here with Heidi and Colette on this fine Tuesday, September 14th. Michael threw a beautiful picture of Sault Ste. Marie on her way out to commercial there.
Wow.
I love onesies. And I will let you know that there's nothing pretty, cute, sexy, romantic, or anything about any flannel onesie or pajamas I wear. And I love it. And I'm going to put them on as soon as I get home. What?
That's yours. That's not anything
oh, it
that
is.
I would select.
It is this.
Yeah.
This is mine.
That's not anything that I would select.
Oh,
no.
Conservatives dumping a Toronto candidate over Islamophobic tweets. We'll get to that later.
Wow.
But before we do, we need to hit some social media and a factoid today.
All right.
And hang on to your knickers, sister. We're going to Craig Crackery first.
Thank you very much, and a busy day in the weather, so let's get right at it. We'll take a look at this loop. This is from overnight last night, of course, up till about just a little while ago. You can see this frontal boundary coming in. This is a warm front. Most of the rain associated with this warm front is falling over Lake Superior, but here it is just kind of blowing up as it comes here. We're going to take a look at the radar, see if these clouds have any thunder in them, and they certainly do. But don't anticipate a lot of this to come our way. We are going to probably see some thunder, or hear some thunder, some lightning, but most of this energy is kind of petering out as it comes in. But we are definitely under the gun for some showers for most of our day today, but that's only part of the story, because we also have to deal with some pretty strong winds that are going to swing from the east to the southwest to the northwest, all within the next 24 hours, and it's going to really give us a blustery kind of wet day. But it's also going to be a warm day as well, because we're seeing temperatures around 20 degrees. We're going to see that surge from the southwest, which is a lot of humid air coming with it. So we're going to start feeling like 25 to 27, 19 in Wawa. They're seeing lots of heavy rain up there, 19 in Timmins, and 21 in Sudbury. We'll take a look at the systems map. This is how we draw it for today. That low pressure system is expected to be pretty much right over top of us sometime around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The showers should come to an end shortly after that, around 2 to 4 o'clock. We could see the showers kind of ending for a bit, but then we're going to start seeing some wraparound showers later on tonight. Then we have this cold front coming in for our day tomorrow. So let's take a look at your forecast for the next 3 days. For today, expect just clouds, showers, and windy conditions. And those winds could be gusty to about 70 kilometers an hour. 21 for your day on Wednesday, though we do have some showers that we're going to throw in there for the morning period just as the system kind of rolls out. And then Thursday, just a mix of sun and cloud. Temperature's not bad though at 23. We're going to keep with these warm 20-degree temperatures for the next 5 or 6 days. So that's a great way to end the month of September for sure. That is your weather right now. I'll be back for an update at the end of the show. We're going to send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
Well, thank you for that, Craig.
Watching it going.
Okay. So factoid, I'm going to kind of bring us into, my love of astrology for a moment, because we are in the shadow period.
I'm in the shadows.
Well, right. Mercury retrograde, okay? So in 2021, we are scheduled to have 3 retrogrades of the planet Mercury. You'll be pleased to know, those of you who have felt the effects, that we have already come through 2 of them. So the final period of Mercury retrograde for 2021, Mercury will go retrograde on September the 27th and remain retrograde until October 17th.
So what does that mean?
What does that mean indeed? Okay, so understanding, and you'll have heard me say this before, 3 times a year, okay,
Yeah.
the planet Mercury appears to travel backwards, okay, so that's what they mean when they say retrograde. So
Got that part.
we refer to these periods as times when those who practice astrology, I'm not sure I can say I practice, but I do follow it actively.
Believe in it?
I do.
Maybe? Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
So these times in particular are traditionally associated with confusion, delay, and frustration. So you want to think undelivered love letters, email blundered, or blunders, frazzled travel plans. So an excellent time, though, they say, to reflect on the past. It's also said that intuition is very high during these periods, and coincidences can be extraordinary. So again, September 27th through October 17th, what's important to note, though, is you can feel the effects of a retrograde in the 2 weeks leading up to, as well as the 2 weeks exiting. So what should you do when Mercury is retrograde? As Mercury rules communications in all sorts, so think listening, writing, reading, speaking, so on, as well as activities closely related to communication like negotiations and contracts, travel, automobile, shipping, and mail. So you want to try and remain flexible, patient, and understanding, always allowing extra time for travel. Oh my God, really? I'm thinking about the shuffle, getting the kids to school and everything. Anyway, avoid signing on to any new contracts that you're unsure of. Different if you've already, entered into negotiations. Different if it's with somebody that you already have a business relationship with. Double check your email responses, etc., etc. So be aware. Mercury is about to go retrograde, and we may already be feeling the effects. Social media.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to blast through a few. There's moderate chit-chat. Oh, there's an article posted. Okay, good. So we are looking at, I hate it when it throws me into the live. There we go. Jim Whitty beating everybody to the punch. Good morning, Jim Whitty. He says, good morning. Tuesday finds me with a coffee and my beautiful wife. Well, a lucky man are you. Good morning to you, and good morning to the missus. Kimberly, good morning all. Marilyn Trumbull says, good morning, beautiful ladies and everyone else. Good morning to you, Kimberly. Good morning to you, Marilyn. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Whew. Margaret McKeag says, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Margaret. And maybe you have people around you, so I'll say good morning, all, back at you. Evelyn McColman, good morning to all you lovely, hardworking people. Yes.
Yes.
Good morning to you
I'll
as well.
take that.
I will take that, yeah.
Good morning to everybody else who works hard as well.
Enika, good morning all. Have a great Tuesday. A great Tuesday to you as well, Enika. Oh, Steve Child's breaking my brain right away. GMBL and AHAGWT.
This is spinning us into a commercial after this.
Oh, good morning, beautiful ladies.
Yeah.
And also hope you have a great
Taco Tuesday.
No, WT. A great wet Tuesday.
Oh. Well then.
At least it didn't
Steve.
say moist.
Moist. Speaking moistly, we will return shortly after a quick commercial break to pick up on the rest of social media and to update you on the rest of the news. And, well, just to make you smile. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by James Seton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. Here with Colette and Heidi on this Tuesday, September the 14th.
Ew, he hit me.
Stay out of my,
This is my bubble. This is your bubble.
Let's cha-cha.
Spaghetti arms.
That's right. Well, I want to talk to you about...
I know it's me. I was just staring at you.
I have some, I'm not supposed to have feelings. I'm just supposed to read the news. I saw something on Facebook remembering Walter Cronkite, who just read the news. But I think even Walter Cronkite could not report on the,
No. Oh, she's scrubbing her eyes. She's serious, guys.
$230,000 needs to be pre-spent on a project that is not approved, that the general consensus in the community, by virtue of the results of multiple polls, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
It is an overt duplication of pre-existing facilities and amenities, and correspondingly was declined funding by an agency that assesses these things very carefully and is very generous with their funding. However, the matter has come before council. I wish we had an update on what happened last night, because as my understanding, it was being covered.
Yes, we do. We are going to have all those updates later.
Oh, okay,
today,
good. So that'll be good.
Yeah, I've got a few that I'm working on. I know Dan is covering this off, so once he's had a chance to put some words together and get everything done, because I do know I saw a message from him saying, oh my God, we're half an hour and we're still on item number 1. So I think he was there for a while last night.
Well, you know what, and I would hope that a discussion about $230,000 for a non-approved project would be zesty, robust, and lengthy.
Yes.
So what?
What?
I mean, I'm
okay,
appealing to you because you're the expert on infrastructure.
Wow.
What is happening
Earlier
here?
this week, the city started a fundraising campaign, which has faced severe backlash. Now, we did talk about this fundraising event in which they were doing to raise this $2.5 million deficit in the project's budget.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. According to a report to council from Tom Barrett, who is the deputy CAO for the city of Sault Ste. Marie.
Okay.
The more than $230,000 ask is already in the approved budget.
Okay.
For the project. However, the full project is not fully funded nor approved. So, okay, this is how it goes, okay? You're at your budget meetings, you have your line items, you throw all your asks out. And then it goes to a serious round of, are you kidding me? Put that away. And then you have your reserve funds. So this was on the plans. This project was a part of the plan, I would assume. He said, okay, you know what? This is what we can allocate to that line item for whatever line budget year they were doing it, which I assume was for 2021. $230,000 was put aside. Well, everybody knows you cannot build an infrastructure, you can't build a structure with such things involved in it, such as an ice rink and all this wonderful, beautiful things that they're planning on $230,000.
Okay.
We also know in construction projects and infrastructure, it's never going to go on time. It will always go over budget.
Sure.
So you need to have a buffer.
All right.
Anyway, so in the allocated line item fund, they do have $230,000 sitting there at this moment. They are requesting help to fundraise. They're asking the public to fundraise for this project. Why is the city in such a hurry to approve this when the overall project is both not well supported by the public and not yet fully approved? Question of the hour. Is this a way to come back in a month or two and say, well, the electrical is already started, or we might as well finish the job. Oh, boss, if you're watching, that's my headphones from home. Don't worry. So far, multiple calls on the city's Facebook and other social media platforms are to redirect the money into other uses, other needs, other requirements. Sure. I think I can name about 25 addictions, mental health. We can go on. We can do this. We can do that.
Yep.
Sue Online, again, we were there last night at the council. Dan did cover this. I do know it was a lengthy meeting, and he's putting a package together today, so we'll have everything out in detail.
All right.
I'm going to follow up on the little less important stories for you, but I do know that Dan's going to follow that. So I'm sorry I don't have an update for you at the moment.
But yeah, no, like I said, again, I look forward to knowing the extent of the debate and discussion.
For sure.
Should I? Okay, I'm
do whatever
okay.
you want.
COVID numbers. COVID numbers. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, okay, be serious.
COVID numbers. So yesterday, Algoma Public Health did report one new case of COVID-19, case number 448. Cause of exposure listed as being close contact. They are reported to be self-isolating, bringing rolling totals locally. 165,210 tests have been administered. We have confirmed 448 cases. 13. Ooh, so that number's come down.
She's cases.
13 of which are considered to be active, with one of those 13 cases a non-Algoma resident. We do have 117 cases in this moment who have screened positive for the variants of concern. Variants of concern that have been detected locally, we've got the Alpha, which was first detected in the UK, the Delta, which was first detected in India, and the Gamma, which was first detected in Brazil. Provincially speaking, yesterday, Ontario, I know, I'm just
okay, I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing?
Fire,
no,
why?
but you know why I'm laughing? You ever watch Revenge of the Nerds? Obviously you have. And they're like, ooh, alpha, beta. And you've got the deltas. And I was like, oh my God, is Booger going to be part of one of these?
Okay. So yesterday, Ontario reported an even number, 600 new cases of COVID-19, 4 more deaths linked to the virus. Health Minister Christine Elliott did indicate that 475 of those cases are in people who are not fully vaccinated or have an unknown vaccination status.
Okay.
The health minister does say that due to a technical issue, data on COVID-19 related hospitals were not available. Okay.
Ooh, I got a follow-up story to that. Ooh.
According to the ministry, 189 people are currently in intensive care because of the virus, and 100 of those are on ventilator. Elliott says that 84.4% of Ontarians over the age of 12 have at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine, while 78.1% have 2 doses. So yes, great. Great.
Yes. All right, just whipping back around. Actually, you know what? I know that we have a little bit of a pause in a bit. Maybe in about 5 minutes, I'm going to update everybody on our top stories in case you missed it at 8 a.m. And while you're beside me, lady, I'm just going to continue rolling on.
What about
what?
The Meads?
The what?
The Meads.
The Meads.
The
social Meads. We're so cool. We just
I know. The Meads.
The Meads.
It's kind of like the meds, but not quite as medicinal.
Well, amp them up. Let's go.
Okay. Marcello Goulart. Have a good day, everyone. Good day to you, sir.
Marcello.
Or madame.
Is that a new name?
Marcello? I don't know. Marcello. No, I've Marcello has commented before.
Okay. Good morning, Marcello.
Yeah. Kimberly Seabrook.
I like
I've been looking for my Gretzky cup. Well, look no more. I will be happy to bring it to your new abode.
Or no, she'll just save it for her walkabout in Christmas. Can I come to your walkabout?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do cold weather, so no, I won't.
Well, no, we were in a heated vehicle.
Oh, yeah, I'll do heated vehicle.
So, but I was not driving. Not driving. Okay, Debbie Doucette, have a lovely day, everyone.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie, you have a lovely day. Ruth Christensen, good morning. Have a wonder-filled day. You too, Ruth.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the accomplishments of your children. I've been following closely on Facebook.
Nice.
Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Have a great day with 3 exclamation points.
Big T.
And Joseph Bertrand, with a nod to Bob and Doug McKenzie. Good day, eh? So there you go.
Did we miss one, Mike, you said? We missed 2 of them. Well, we'll slap them up. Steve Childs and me trying to keep my mind out of the gutter. Well, don't do that watching our show.
Oh, that's a new name, too.
Mary Febrero. I can't read that. It's
Mary
grayed out.
Febrero. Congrats to the new recruit. I'm happy for you. The news but floored me that she is the second female recruit in the history of
I thought
Sault
the
Ste.
same
Marie.
thing.
I know. Thank you so much, Mary, for watching.
Floored
Thank
me
you for
too, Mary.
commenting. And
You know, there's a good...
and Tristan.
My bestie, Tristan.
Your bestie.
You know,
Said hi.
Mike and G's grandson. Good morning, Tristan. I agree with that statement. The second female in history to be on fire services. I know it's a very physically demanding job, but I mean, what the hell? No, doesn't matter. I'm physically demanding
Who run
as
the
well.
world? Girls. Who run the world?
Girls. Just ask Queen Bee. Are we Queen Bees? Oh, hail to the ever Queen Bees. And we will be right back after this.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there. on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local.
Supported by
Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm not a doctor, but I trust science. And I'm told that for some reason people trust me. So here I am to say, I trust science and I got the vaccine. If you trust me, you'll get the vaccine. In math, it's called the distributive property. In people, it's called taking care of one another. Get the vaccine. Help make our world a safe place for us to enjoy ourselves again. Please.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, September the 14th. You're with Heidi and Colette on this fine, dark morning. Difficult to get out of bed this morning. Did you believe we heard the thunder roll while we were in here? So we in for a thunder boomer. But who better to ask than our weather specialist, Craig Huckerby.
Well, Colette, we're seeing our first wave of some heavy showers. We also have a small little thunderstorm rolling through right now. The heavier stuff expected in the next couple of hours, but we also have some strong winds to deal with as well. So it's just going to make it just like a terrible looking Tuesday. Let's take a look at outside. This is what we look like right now, looking at the International Bridge. Pretty heavy rain falling right now, and you can see this camera shaking a little bit. That's because the winds are pretty strong, gusting to 50 kilometers an hour, maybe even 70 kilometers later on this afternoon. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll show you the rain right now. So we do have that last little line coming through right now, but we do anticipate the rain to come somewhat to an end late this afternoon, but we do have some heavier showers in the meantime. And of course, like I said, some strong winds, but we are staying warm. It feels like a warmer type summer day. We'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast. Just as a recap, we do have those windy conditions, like I say, swinging from the east to the southwest this afternoon, pumping up some humidity late this afternoon, and then switching around to the northwest, and you'll definitely feel that later on. Tonight, temperature's not bad though. Going to feel this afternoon closer to 25 degrees just because of the humidity in the area. We do have those showers lingering into our evening and into our morning tomorrow, but then we start seeing some clear conditions, and temperatures still holding pretty nice at 20 degrees. That's it.
That's enough. Anyways, I can still hear the thunder rolling out there, so I'd love me a good thunder boomer. I really am envious to those who are laying in bed with their comfortable over them right now and listening to that. We're going to end today's show with a highlight of Terry Fox. Like Heidi was telling you on Sunday, September 19th, we do have our Terry Fox run here in Sault Ste. Marie, which is virtual. So please participate. But we'd like to leave you today. We'd like to leave you today with a little piece of Terry Fox and a little tribute to him as well. And also, quickly before we do that, I do notice that Sault Airport has posted their numbers for the past few months. We do follow these closely. Terry Bowes is the president there at the airport, and is happy to report that we've seen the highest passenger levels in 17 months. Now, this is an airport that is not funded. It is funded through fundraising and through a board of directors is how they're run. So it is not a government funded airport. So happy to see the numbers are rising so long as we keep COVID at bay. We are now going to throw it to Terry Fox and end today with the wonderful accomplishments that Terry Fox did and the legacy that he has left behind. Have a great Tuesday.
my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all in the eye of the tiger. Face to face out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take to the street, for we kill with the skill to survive.
As he approached the city of Thunder Bay on September 1st, Terry Fox had run 3,339 miles. He was on this stretch of road, at this white marker, when he asked to be taken to the hospital. From a stretcher, Terry shared the news of his diagnosis.
The cancer had spread, and now I've got cancer in my lungs. And we got to go home and try and do some more treatment. But all I can say is if there's any way I can get out there again and finish it, I will.
Eye of a tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all in the eye of a tiger. Rising up straight to the top.